welcome to the Living in Space exhibition here at the Museum of Aviation and Space. Joining me once again, Director General here at the museum, Stephen Quick. You've got a pretty cool place here.
We have a totally cool place here.
So walk me through Living in Space.
So Living in Space, you come in, I'm not sure we're going to be able to pick it up on camera, but here we have the revolving globe. So when you come in, you see exactly what they're seeing from the International Space Station. And if you want to know what the individual missions are, then we have a pop-up, virtual pop-up. So.
And you just press the little hand button.
That's
here?
right. Yep. There you go.
And on a typical day, there's actually audio that will go with this and read what's written on the screen.
That's right. The other thing is that these are the handprints of all the astronauts that you're popping on. So that's the actual handprint of the astronaut.
That's so neat.
Cool, eh? Absolutely.
All right, so as we continue around the corner, how old is the Living in Space portion of the museum?
This has been around for about a year and a half. We did this in conjunction with the Canadian Space Agency, so everything's been tried and tested with them. This virtual table actually has the menus of the astronauts, so you have to bring up the menu, you have to choose what you're going to put onto it, and then eat the actual menu itself. But what it shows you is, in space, everything you take up has to be used, and everything has to be reused.
Why? Why is that? Why does it have to be used?
Well, everything that's up there has to have a purpose, because it's millions of dollars to send everything up, right?
So, I'm sorry if this is a stupid question, but what kind of food do they eat in space? Is it actually freeze-dried?
No, that's sort of the old way of doing it. What they do is, in some cases it'll be dehydrated, and there's actually hydration units that you can plug in. And it will rehydrate the food itself. So they actually show this when you're coming in. I'm not sure, let me see if this one might do it. I think this might be hydrated. So
what is that?
So it hydrates it.
Oh.
And then you can take it back, and it has to go on to here, I think. So it goes into the plate. No, it's the wrong one. So there is a plate that has that one meal on it.
Yeah.
And then so you have to put the whole thing together.
So it's fun and interactive for as we can see the kids enjoying it. So if we spin around, what's the suit that we're looking at in the container?
We're looking at a Sokol suit. This was for Robert Thirsk, who went up. This is the actual suit that he goes up in space in the Russian Soyuz. So, and the cocoon that the suit is sitting in is actually formed in his body, and that's what he goes up in on the shot up to the station.
Is it like vigorous when you're being shot into space?
It's incredibly vigorous when you're shot into space.
I can imagine. So we hear some guitar notes back here. Before we go, what's the story behind this area of Living in Space?
Chris Hadfield on this mission he's written a number of different pieces for the mission. He's also writing some music in space, and he's taking his guitar. This replicates the first time he took a guitar, which is one of the fastest guitars in the world because it travels at 25,000 miles an hour, which is pretty cool when he's up in the shuttle.
Why does it look the way it does?
Well, everything that goes up is measured in pounds, and everything has to be calculated to go up in space because it's a closed environment. So he could only take up so much. So he made a minimal guitar that he could take up and play in space. And you can see that the children are playing with the large replicated guitar.
Right. So now we can say that the museum is filled with children today, enjoying all of the different exhibits, but you've got a number of programs going on throughout March break.
Absolutely. We've got a huge Lego contest. Also on the 17th, speaking of guitars, we have Guitar Al Grande, which is, trying to think, I think it's 12 guitarists are coming in, and we're having a huge concert on the 17th.
Okay. Head to the website to look at all of the information, but stay with us, we have more to cover later in the show.